Welcome back everyone to Terminus, and we're doing the new DLC called Last Escape. We started off from a brand new character and we're just trying to create up to Terminus and then zone through from Terminus into the new content. Now it's taken us a lot longer to get there than I planned. Normally I can get up to Terminus in probably around 3 to 4 hours. I've got that much in this playthrough already and we're still stuck down in the bottom corner just because we've had terrible luck with food and water. There could be they've reduced the rate of food and water spawning, which it looks like that could be the case. We could just be getting unlucky. It could be either one, but we normally don't struggle this much. I've had 4 characters running on a route and we've not come into this bad of a situation with food and water, especially in the early game. Later in the game, you expect a lot of the food to go rotten and then it gets a lot tougher. But yeah, we've had to backtrack a lot. We have got fuel. We did find a car here, but unfortunately we didn't find a spanner in time to repair it. So we are taking the fuel north with us. We've got a lot of clothing. We've got a lot of good trading items. So hopefully we can find a trading house somewhere up here. We're currently on a railway toll with Barry. He's the lead person of this run. He's a construction worker. Currently on Barry, he has sharp ears. I know that's Sandy. Let's go on to Barry. He's just got fast learner at the end of the last episode, so he should level up a bit faster. He's got edge strike, so he's doing 25% more damage. Both combat, he's only at 1 on both the characters. So that 25% is making a big difference. He's also got clean attack, so he takes less durability loss on weapons. So we are using Barry as our front fighter more than anything. And his class skill allows him to carry more items. At the moment, we haven't really leveled that up because there's been other better options. And we haven't really leveled up that much at the moment. So Barry's just got onto a railway toll. He's currently trying to get to this restaurant here. And Sandy's just behind. They stopped to break down the refrigerator. Actually, there might be a refrigerator in here. We might be able to break this refrigerator down as well. Because we're trying to get a lot of... I think this one has a lot of steel units in as well. But yeah, we're trying to get a lot of steel because we've got a recipe to make a shovel. We're going to come across a tile at some point what needs a shovel to clear it. So getting one made. We're not getting good luck with our drops, so a lot of the stuff we're making. Sandy is a Dex 5 character, so they are really good at crafting. We did manage to get the recipe to make repair kits in the last episode, so we've got a full repair kit there. We did find an extra steel pipe, so now we've got 2 steel pipes. So both the characters have a really good offensive weapon. We're just struggling with water, and that's what our route is at the moment, to go to restaurants. And then we're going to go up towards the park, which we know is at the top here. But it's a little while off. If we need to, we'll go to the grocery store and then we'll divert over to the park if the water situation hasn't got any better. Clothing-wise, Barry has a lot of clothing. Now, we could break it all down, but we do know there can be good trading items. So at the moment, we're keeping them. If Barry's weight starts getting too high, but he can carry a lot, then we will start dumping this. But it also does mean we don't need to check the clothing stores, but it is also a good place to find bags. Again, you can find food in any unit. So we just got some AP on Barry to use. Sandy, I think I'm going to just take you up to the door. We know there was a big guy about here because Barry's only just come for this zone. Okay, now this is a problem because if I move into here, it's that situation I said before where if we're stuck in a corner and a zombie comes here, we've got no option but to kill him. But we have got enough to get down here, break down the refrigerator, pick up the metal sheet off the floor, and we are going to be picking up the wire because we know we can make baseball bats. I don't know what I can do with the glass shard, so I'm going to be picking that up. Now, we could get up to him and kill him. We would have 2 attacks to kill him, but if I spot somebody else... So I think what I'm going to do is just go and stand outside the door. We know he can't get to me. I am tempted to go over to break the freezer down. Because surely that's going to have some glass. Now, there was a shelving unit we broke down and we got a free steel pipe out of it. If I could remember, I think it was a display rack. Oh no, it was a kitchen counter. So if we come across another kitchen counter that gave us a steel pipe, that could be a good way of getting weapons, which I didn't know before now. So yeah, Sandy's done as much as they can on this turn. And Barry, Unfortunately, we've got no pliers. So unless there's an hole in the fence, which there isn't, we've got to climb over it. So currently for us to climb over, I'm just looking at everybody's movements. I would need to get back to that tile. So if we was to interact, it's 11.2 to climb. He's got about 6 AP left then. And now you've got a repair option. That was the new thing they've added in. And that's what I didn't want to happen. So he's got a sprain. So with a sprain, move APs up by 25%. So that does basically make his AP going from 1.2 to 1.5, even with his class ability. What else did it do? Oh, the cold, I'm losing a little bit of HP. That's fine. And wet, our temperature's been decreased. Now, if we want to get rid of that cold debuff, he's got loads of gear on him. He doesn't need to be cold. I'm looking for what's got the best defense. So probably a windbreaker. I should have put that on when it was raining because it's got water resistance. Well, we've got rid of the cold debuff now, so we're not taking that another extra debuff on us. So we're healing up our health just a little bit. I do want to pick up the rat trap. We did make some good use out of that early in the run. Now the zombies have seen me, so they can get to me. So I just want to move down one. Get out the range of him. Don't need to pick up anything. We need to get over another fence here by the looks of it, because I can see a corner of a fence. So Barry's done all they can, and Sandy's done all they can. So there's that big guy that's coming down on Sandy's map. Let's switch to Sandy, because they've got company as well. So for us to get through to zoning on the railway tile, 4.9 and 12, so we couldn't get there. We could get to the tile and be fairly safe, which we're going to have to risk. It would be nice to go and break some more stuff, but we need to start making a move. This guy did see me, but he can only get to the square there, and there's nobody over here, so I think we're fairly safe where we are with Sandy. Now, Barry, unfortunately, Sandy's got to do the same thing, climb over the fence. So we want to get out of this guy's range. So I think I want to go to there. And then see who else is on the tile. There is a dead bird. Food's okay a little bit, but not spectacular. Now, we've got a police officer there with 10 on the head. It would take a lot to take you out. So I need to find a route where nobody can get to me. Now, there's no broken fences, which I was hoping for. Okay, so you can't get to these 3 tiles here. You can't get to that square there. So that square is my safest option. Just want to make sure I didn't have anything to make up a... Oh, actually, we can make a compression bandage now. Would take the scrap metals. Or 4 scrap plastic, so I could break 1 bottle down, but I do really want to keep that bottle. That'll be good when we get to the park, but that park's a way off. I'd rather keep the steel for making weapons and stuff. I think it might be worthwhile just spending the AP to get this done. Make it with 2 rags and 4 plastic. And then we're just going to use it. Not in that menu, in this menu. Okay, so that's at least our AP is not going to be extended. It's down to 1.2 from 1.5. So I think that was a good use of the AP cost then. So nobody can do anything this turn. Let's just pass it over. I still do want to go and collect that bird. So I just need to pay attention again. Let's get Sandy onto the same map so it's a lot easier to control. Okay, brilliant. So Sandy has got a level up. Now we are going to do some trading, and I think I'm going to go with the bargaining. Because if we can find a trade now, that will get us better trading offers. I know there's quests past in the new DLC, but I don't know if bargaining is going to affect it. We could just speed up our reading so we can read the books a lot faster. No, we'll go with bargaining. I don't normally choose that, but this run, I think it might be useful. Sandy's got 8. Let's move you up there. Oh, I didn't want that. Okay, we could be in trouble here. We're going to have to use the steel pipe. And I need something that can do 2. Okay, we just use that. That's the best. We've got a match up there, which might go out the way to collect. But yeah, I want to come up here because there's an hole in the fence. That's what I was after. So we can come up, get to the hole in the fence and collect the bird. That means Barry hasn't got to do it. But Barry, it was 11.2 to cross the fence, wasn't it? 11.3. So Barry, I could move there 1.2. He would be down to 13.1. If he climbed the fence, he would then be in range of this zombie. So then looking at the other option, we would need to be on that square to be safe then. From these 2 zombies. Now, we could just take him out. He's a lot of HP there, but it could be better than them just keep following me around. And then it would also make it safer for Sandy. And they could drop some good loot as well. Okay, have I got... Can I do 2.1 with a spear? Let's use the lowest of the spears. A very low chance of doing it. What about the bat? Guaranteed. So you can't get to me. He will come down and start bashing on the fence. Rags and medicines. Yeah, I'll go and pick up the medicines. Just made it a bit safer to get Sandy through. How are we doing with... Yeah, up to 9. I do need to stop collecting it. We do got 2 stones there we can go and collect them. 7.4. Yeah, we've got enough to do this. Hopefully I can find another hole in the fence. Collect the bird. Now, the fence in front of me has got 38 on. He will hit that fence now. He can't attack me. But there is no holes in the fence, so we do have to climb it. So I might keep Barry where he is for a couple of turns. Pay attention to how much damage he's doing. And let's pass the turn. So he did 4 attacks. Probably about 15 to 16 damage he did. So that fence is going to last another turn. And if we let him break the fence, then we haven't got to mess around with doing it ourselves. Okay, Sandy, let's pick up that match because we do need ways of lighting fires. We still need a pot or a pan. And I don't think we've got the recipes. I think you have to learn them. There should be some sort of recipe for like a makeshift pot or a makeshift pan. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like there is one. No, definitely nothing I can see in there. Can make makeshift blankets and pillows and stuff like that, and even makeshift bags if we're desperate. No, I'm happy with that. We'll send you up here. We don't need to go and collect raincoats and stuff. We've got enough. And let's take you up to the fence line as well. We'll actually go and take you to get the stick because that's useful for a few recipes. So we could probably get Sandy over the fence up there in a couple of turns as well. So let's just pass it over. Let him do the work again for the fence. Still going to be 2 turns before this guy gets to us. The fence is down to 7 HP now. We could probably take that out and then take out the zombie. No, I don't think it will allow me to hit the fence. No, it only allows me to cut or repair. So you would take 2 attacks to take the fence down. Then I think you can move 2 turns. Let's move you back here. I think that's the safest way. Barry is going to be on 23.1. So let's spend 3 AP on Barry doing something. Rotting in an hour. So we've got to chop that down. So good job I noticed it. So that will give me some meats with 9 turns. So we need to cook something in 9 turns. We can make skewers. So that stick we picked up. We can make a skewer. with just a stick. That should allow me to cook. I think it's like a meat on a stick. A meat skewer. You don't have to use a pot or a pan for that. So we could put all the meat in there and make a meal and then divide it in two, I think we can do. If not, that's going to be food for one person at least. Get rid of the pepper we've got sitting in our inventory as well. But yeah, to make anything like clean water, you do need a pot or a pan, and that's our biggest issue at the moment. There's not many recipes you can do without a pot or a pan. Apparently dough you can do, I didn't realise that. Flour, salt and clean water can make dough without a pot or a pan. And you can do fish fillets as well, I didn't realise that, with any fish. So there is some recipes you can do without a pot or a pan, but they're very few and far between. So yeah, we'll do that recipe. The skewer. So you still need to use 1 AP on something. We'll just put it into the book. Is that both characters done? Well, Barry actually has a lot of AP. I could have just jumped the fence if I'd have thought about it. Let's just do it. Got 7 AP to take out the guy. Got one more hit in the bat. And then I don't want to use that anymore because I want to use that to craft a better version. The barb bat we've seen. Okay, so we got 3.6. Could use the pole and then use the repair kit to fix it. Chance of taking it out in 1. I think that was a good call. Fortunately, the fence didn't break, so that means we do need to jump over there with Sandy as well now. But overall, that was a fairly easy railway tour. We need to get into the next building, the restaurant, before night falls. So we'll meet up in that building. Barry, you need to start heading that way. You've got about 4 AP the other side, so that's good. Stoves, I think we can break these down for a good amount of metal. So this is where we want to stop this little back room tonight. So Barry is safe over there. We need to get you to climb over the fence. And if we have to... Okay, if we did get a spray, we would have just healed it off tonight. And next turn you can go through. Let's stop on Sandy. Now that's not a sight or a sound I want to be hearing. That probably means there's a survivor here or a bandit, being as though there's a gunshot I can hear. Now we don't have guns. And melee against bandits was always terrible. So we have got both our characters on here at the moment. We could transfer stuff over now. Actually, we'll just do that. Just drop the bat. And Sandy, let's just go and pick up that bat. We also needed the wire, didn't we, as well, what Barry had. Rotten in a day. We're going to do a fire. We want to really do it now. Let's pass all the meat over. Pass the wire over. Anything I want to burn. We've got rags on both people, so that's fine. And Barry can't have the cigarette because he hasn't got an ignition source, okay? So Sandy, let's pick up all them stuff we just dumped. Before you decide to go anywhere. You've got about 6 AP. We might be able to start the fire and burn something. So let's try and do that. We have got a fire going. We want to do it now before we go into night because it will attract stuff onto the tile. Cooking. Okay, no, that's the crafting menu, cooking menu. So we want to cut down those 2 items first. We're going to do a meal, might as well do it with all the bits we've got at the moment. So we've got 3 sets of meat. So I'll go down to... We can ground up the meat. I'm pretty certain that takes a lot of... You ground the meat and put it in a burger, but you would need bread. But yeah, it takes a lot of AP to do that. So meat skewer is the one I want to do. And apparently we can only put 2 sets of meat in. So we put the one that's about to go off. Gives us 27 turns at 20 satiety. But it makes us so we don't get a disease anymore. But it would be 3 AP, which we haven't got. So, Sandy, what you're going to have to do is... drop the skewer on the floor. Bit of micromanaging, but we just need to get this done this turn. So Barry's going to have to do the cooking. Neither one gets a bonus for the cooking, so it doesn't really matter. Why won't you do it now? Because you haven't got the skewer because it's on the floor. So let's pick up that stuff first. I was hoping I could put all 3 meat into it. So it's the same, 27, 19.5 satiety. Now, please allow me to split it down. Divide it into 2. We now got a meat stick for the morning, and then we've got some more meat where we've got just under 2 days to use. Okay, what's that? Does 9.8. We could actually eat them now. As long as I'm not going to overcap, we'll wait 1 turn on Sandy before they eat. Now, we have still got that thirst issue, unfortunately. Hopefully, we can find some in here. Okay, unfortunately, Sandy's going to have to open up the windows, but that's going to be next turn. Now, the zombies looks like I'm going to take that out. Now, we have done this in previous runs. Any bandits, any survivors do drop a lot of good loot, and that can really give us a good amount of food. So we would like to go up there, but that was a really strong zombie. Now, Sandy, you're going to have to open up. Barry, you can get inside now. There's finally, we've got a pot. Okay, we've got a tomato, it's only got 3 turns, so we will eat that before tonight. And we've got a couple of good knives. Now, there is a door open there, so I would like to go and close it. I think I'll do that with Sandy because they can repair it. Oh, you've used the metal. I forgot to break the metal down. I didn't want that to happen, but never mind. 40 HP on the door is going to really help us. And Barry, close and cover the window. Now, we do need to make sure there's nothing on this side with windows and doors. Might as well check. Okay, we've already checked that. Let's just go and secure the building before we start looting. Now, there could have been a zombie outside. I can't hear one, but that doesn't mean there's not one there. Okay, so we've got quite a few items in here to check out. And Sandy, you can just move up into that corner. There's a broken door. But that means you haven't got any planks on you. No, you've got a plank. Why is it not giving... Oh, because you've got no AP. Now, we know the zombies up here, so that could be really bad. I didn't realise she was so low of AP. Or he was so low of AP. Hopefully, I've not just lost Sandy. Water. Fantastic. We do the same again. Until we find more. We'd split the bottle between both of us. And we do need to spend this night repairing that torch up we know we can repair as well. Barry can't really do anything, so let's pass the turn. Let's go to Sandy and repair that door before we do anything else. Hopefully nobody's seen us, but I think there might be because they was trying to break doors. Let's do the hydration we need to do now. So Barry, what have you got? We'll do them in a minute. We'll do this, come over here, and then we can do the trading. Give them water. Coffee for morale, more knives. Rotten meat we'll pick up for now, but we'll probably end up just chucking it. Move Barry to there. And before we do anything else, let's give you that water. Actually, it's easy doing it the other way. Then I'm going to transfer the bottles. Now Sandy can start healing up the elf. Because I'm not taking hydration damage now. Okay, Barry. And let's come down here. Oh no, we must have already done that because it's saying store item. And another bottle of water. Oh, that's big. You can just drink it and then we'll pass the water over to Sandy in a minute. We're both going to be full hydration. That's going to last us most of tomorrow. You can check that on the next turn. And then we can even break these things down in here tonight. Sandy. Let's try and use the screwdriver to repair the torch. Okay, it's still got about 10 damage on it. But I still think that's a good call because we haven't got really lucky with flashlights. Both of them's out of AP. Okay, there is a zombie the other side of the door. Now, we know there's 20 on the door. I think we're just going to spend everything to try and repair that torch. 4.2. Now, I don't think Barry's going to be very good at repairing anything. So if we was to do exchange items... Barry, you can use the screwdriver. You can put something into there. It's not going to be a massive amount. It's nearly repaired, and when it's repaired, we can use it 12 turns. Okay, let's sort out some of this inventory. Okay, I've sorted out the inventory a little bit. Now, while we're both next to each other, we've got this repair kit. We might as well... Let's go into the trade menu. Use you and repair up the steel pipe. Back up to 60%, so that's great. And I think we want to repair this one up as well. We don't need all the knives over here. So the really good one we'll keep there and we'll bring one over here. Because we can turn that into a knife spear now. We've got the pots and pans on this side here. So that means the fire starter needs to be across. We've got all the sort of extended gears like siphon pumps and hand crank generators. We've got them all on this side. We've got all the crafting materials over here now as well. Except for the wires, which we need to make the bat. So on Sandy, I want to set up the recipe. So we need to do barbed wire twice. And then when the barbed wire is done, then we can turn that bat that's about to break into a barbed wire bat. Can also do a nail bat as well. So scrap metal into nails and make a nail bat. I don't know which one of these is the best. It would have been nice if it actually said on here. Now, being as though the nail bat takes 45 work and this only takes 40, I'm assuming the nail bat is a bit better. But I don't really use them. I've picked them up occasionally, but that's about as much information as I've got on them. So we've got our wires up there. So we need to sort the food out on Sandy. So Sandy, drink all the water you need. So your water's full. You've got food on you, so you might as well eat that. That gets your satiety up pretty good. And they'll be both sleeping soon, so that will deal with the energy and morale. We've got a good amount of tools and weapons and stuff we can use now. And that knife is getting close to breaking, but now we've got another knife, so that's great. You've got a couple of bits of crafting stuff on you don't need to have, just because of weight-wise. 4 cloths, all the rags over in, and all the spare crafting stuff on that side until we're ready to use it for something. A little bit of water left, so we might be able to use that on Barry. Yep, Barry needs 1 water. We've got 2 left in the bucket, or in the bottle. And we put all the dirty water into 1, so we've got 11 dirty water. We've got some rotten meat there. I think I'm just going to chuck that away now. That is... Oh, that's 0.6. So again, that meat's a bit bigger than the other one. I didn't realise they had different sizes. I should make 3 bait. Yeah, we'll start the craft on Barry. And then transfer. So yeah, we've got everything sorted as best as we can. going into the night cycle. Barry's used all the ape, and both of them used it. We think somebody's going to be banging on the door. They are. I would have loved to repair that torch, but I don't know if that's even going to be possible. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. Okay, so what we're going to do with Sandy... I'm going to give that torch over to Barry. I'm going to move you back and put Barry there. Get that torch on. We'll end up breaking that one down. Now we've got one that we can use. And we've got the crank charger to keep charging it up. Let's open it up, see what we're fighting. So there's 3. 1, 2, 3. 4.2, 2.7. You don't have a massive amount of AP, so we might just take out one and then back off. Now, we do have some knives now, so we can have a look at what they do. 2 hits with the knife could possibly take you out. We could move forward for 1.2 and 1.2 forward, 1.2 back, that's 2.4. 0.5 on the door, that'll be 3. It will give me a couple of attacks on here and then we can see what this guy is. There's another one here. He's a firefighter, but he's nearly got took out by the survivors, so that was actually quite good. Don't know what this one is, so we will have to back up, I think. We can't take you out. I would rather take you out in 1. Now, pots and pans can actually be good weapons. 2.1 per 2.6. Not enough to take you out, so we'll use the steel pipe. What have I got? 4.1. No, we need to get through the door. Let's close the door just to give us a bit of safety. So Barry's done as much as they can until next turn, and we have to use the torch again. Sandy, you have some recipes you can do. And then we want to set up the recipe for now the barb bat. And we can probably make another one if we can find another bat. We found a few in this run. And we've got no AP until next turn. So let's just pass the turn. Let them come to the door and then we'll go back through. 6.4. So there's 2 on the square now because I can see 2 red circles. That one there and that one there. So again, Barry, let's get the combat done first just in case we need. But again, tired and depressed, we need to get sleeping soon. So use the torch again. Now they'll come up to the door, it makes it easier for us to take them both out. Okay, 20-something on that guy, so that's going to be a bit of an hard one to do. So we'll start with you. That was an absolutely fantastic crit. And we could probably use a weak knife to take out both these now. Scope types, 8. Very nice. And there's probably a loot pile somewhere up here from the survivor we'll have to get in the morning. Let's move 1 off the door. And I think I want to send you to bed. So what can I give you to do? Is there anything we want to break down? Could probably give a windbreaker to Sandy just in case we end up being in a rainstorm again. We have already done the thick book. We could start doing elf stat. Elf stat will give us more AP a turn. Would that be the best use of your AP? Or we could do a search and we might be able to get some good locations. 2 for 4. Yeah, glad you take 2 for 4. Not the best buildings we wanted to find, but we have got sort of a way. And then there's going to be 1 link between the grocery store and the electronics store. So yeah, I'm happy with that. You've got 2 AP left. Let's just spend it on... Don't really need to do this because I'm about to sleep. We can always do that in the morning if we need to. Is there anything else? Yeah, let's get rid of this broken torch, which is no good to us. Make sure I did the right one, yeah. Got another 10 turns we can do on there, and then we can use the hand crank. I think to give it even more. You are styled, but you do give morale. Yeah, we'll take that. We could probably do another meal with pasta and all this in the morning. Now we've got pots and pans. So we might look at that with the fire starter, but it's only got one use on it. If we can start a fire, great. If we can't, 28% success. Oh, it's based on dexterity. So my Dex 5 character had 40% chance. So if we can start a fire in the morning, we might be able to cook something up with all this stuff up here. We are about to lose the tomato. So let's just use that. Yeah, let's get you into the sleep cycle, Barry, and then we can deal with Sandy. So Sandy just made that... Oh, okay, you haven't made the weapon yet. You will make it now. So let's just have a quick look at what that does. Now, it's very high durability, 3.5 to 4.2 if you range that with the spears. That is just so good. That's probably better than... Yeah, it's better than the steel pipe because we've made it at a very high quality. And that is going to be a great weapon for Barry to have in his arsenal. Sandy, while you're here, I think I'm going to use that repair kit again to repair that steel pipe. So we'll probably end up just repairing those two because those are the best two weapons you've got. We'll take the fire starter back here if we've got a 40% chance. But we're not going to be cooking till the morning. Still a lot to loot in here, so we've still got a chance of getting more food before we do a cooking. Okay, 4 AP to spend. Anything else we want to do? So what bait we up to now? We're up to 17 pieces of bait, so that's nice. We do have a backpack we haven't got equipped, so let's have a look at our weights. We don't need it yet. We've only got 6 out of 15 in our school bag, so putting that on isn't really going to do anything to us. So yeah, I think we've crafted as much as we can craft. I think we just want to go into reading books. And I think I'm going to send you in because your energy is about to bottom out as well. Now, you can tell by how fast the zombie turn's going that there's no zombies on the map or very little zombies because it's processing very fast. If it was very slow, then that would be a different story. Okay, it is 7 o'clock in the morning. We've only just got up, but we did have a really hectic day yesterday. So I'm okay, Barry's sleeping. How is Barry doing? One more turn, he'll be up. So we didn't break anything down in here, which I did say I wanted to do. How are we looking on our axe? Still got 75% on there because it's very high. I think I want to test and see what I get from these items in here with Sandy. So on a grill, we're getting steel sheets and wire. Refrigerators, we already know, is going to give us steel. Now, if I'd have thought about this, we could have done this without actually searching the items. It's give us 2 pieces of metal. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, there's boxes down there that's been unchecked. Okay. Oh, that's a fantastic item. Canned beans. Could give us 3 bait. I will take it. Again, refrigerator, we know we just got 2 steel from that, so yeah. Let's top up on all our steel. And then before I do anything else... we can't do it because I think I'm out of AP. But yeah, we've got 20 kilos of steel there. That's why our AP's gone up to 1.6. So that's fine. Pass the turn. Barry should be up on the next one. We'll send Barry forward to start looting the rest. Okay, Sandy, you should be able to break all that steel down. That will give us 15. And we're back down to 1.2. So what was the recipes we was looking at? It was stuff like the shovel, I think it was. We haven't got the better axe recipe. We haven't got the better hammer. We would just need 2 planks of wood and 10 of the steel we've got on us. But that's good. Anything else? Well, we could do the nails now as well with the steel if we really wanted to. We could do lockpicks, but we've got a way of doing that. We don't need to go down that route. And I won't make compression bandages unless I desperately need to. So I think I'm going to continue doing the rest of this. We get it now, then we've not got to mess around with getting electronic parts and stuff later. Okay. Can't do anything. Let's break that still down before we try and move. Up to 18 pieces, so we could actually make 2 shovels. And again, there would be good weapons. So where would we want to go? I think I want to go north first. We'll pick up that 8x scope, because if we do find a gun, that's useful. And the planks we just said we needed. And that's where they've dropped it, and it looks like they've dropped a fire suit. 1.8, not going to take it out. Let's have a look what the bat does. 5 to 6 damage. Fantastic. Oh, that was a lucky crit. I think I want to pick up the planks because we need them for the shovel. Let's go and see what this loot pile's got on there. Guns galore. 13 bullets as well. Now that can give us a... that's actually a good weapon, 95% condition on it. Batteries, so we can finally make a proper lighter. Salt we could put in a mill. Beer. We'll take it because we can make it into a rotten thing. We'll always take drugs. Durability very high. Temperature's good. Defense is good. Encumbrance is quite high. Now I'm thinking I might just take everything off and keep you with the fire suit. We don't use them very often. It would be great for temperature. You won't get cold again. And it would go from 1.2 defense to a lot more defense. Being as though you're the front line. Yeah, let's take the gear off and let's put you on. So we are over encumbered. Now you're not using all... You are actually using all the bags now. Which is the better of these bags? I think the tote slightly beats out the sling bag. We've got a lot of weight of stuff on us. We need to get to the next tier of your skill. I think I'm going to chuck the rat trap on the floor. I mean, the main thing is because of that. It weighs 3.5 kilos, where these only weigh 0.7. Can I justify wearing that? It's not repairable either. And that's probably why our thing is because of the encumbrance, and we can't really get rid of any bags. Because I'm pretty certain our move will go up terrible then. Yeah, up to 1.7. So yeah, as much as I want the fire suit, it is a very high item, so I think I'll carry it but not wear it. Yeah, more reasonable at 1.5. Now, body armor again, same thing. Very high durability. Sorry, very high durability, but it's also an high trade item. Now, we might never see a trading again, but I'm pretty certain. So we can get rid of these low ones. We'll have the jumpers because they're mediums. And we'll get rid of these hoodies that's low. And you. Try and get a little bit more sensible with the weight-wise. Bag-wise, we've got enough bags on everybody. I don't think putting a sling bag is going to help us out any bit. We've got a lot of guns. What we could set... Yeah, we'll put the scope on the rifle. So we've got a shooting option now as well. Yeah, a lot of good stuff there. Fortunately, we are very high now, so we do need to do our class ability on the next one. We do know scrap plastic can be very useful for crafting. Let's go here so we can see outside. Not enough AP, okay. Sandy, what are you doing now? Did we break down everything you had on you? You have got 18 still, so let's just do one more. Did we break our item? No, it needs 2 AP to break something down, okay. I don't think I need this many electronic parts, but with the battery we've got, we can actually make a makeshift lighter now. So yeah, 1.3 and 1.5 we're at now. So we are quite heavy. Now, you needed a recipe for the shovel with wood, didn't you? Now, I don't think you can use 1 plank and 1 lumber. No, it has to be 2 of one or 2 of the other. vitamin drink and water. We're finally getting over that ump of having no food and water. I'll keep that for cooking. Let's just make sure we don't eat that by setting it up as bait. Now, I could break this down. That will get me the wood I need to make that recipe. So yeah, that recipe currently weighs 5 kilos. 2 pieces of wood and the steel. So until I craft it, we're not gonna get the benefits. So Sandy's done all they can. Barry still has AP. Let's sort it up here. Fresh cheese. The only thing that can make this run better right at the moment is by finding a car. Lots of good recipes down here. Let's set up the bait with all the rotten stuff. We've got rotten there. Another 0.6 there. Another 0.6 there for 7. All that's fresh. Not going to craft it yet. So 8.5. I don't think I want to do anything until next turn. And we need to get off this tile and start moving again. Now we've got our food and water a little bit under control. Going over to the library. So this side is where we're leaving from. Fortunately, there's no... Oh, there's a door down here. So Barry. And there's still a couple of more things up here to search. So let's come past and have a quick look nose upstairs and out the top and out the side. We can't see anybody. There. You've got a load of water as well now. Put 14 water in there. We'll merge it with the other stuff. Got a good amount of bottles now as well. We'll still keep the dirty water. Would be nice to get the AP down, but I think as soon as we can get our class ability up, that will soon fix itself. And we can actually put the tote bag back on now as well. So we've got 21 unbagged at the moment. We do have like 1.7 kilos in bait, but we do know we are going to be going up to the park at some point. And yet more water. Ramen's good. I don't think you've got any of the really good recipes, have you? You do have the pot and pan. Baked beans is canned beans. With the cheese. That is actually quite a good recipe. The one I'm after is army base stew, and I know I haven't got it. We could do the coffee as well to get morale back. We could do cut rice now as well. Yeah, but the one I'm thinking of is ramen. What can I do with the pasta? Ah, there it is, pasta. So I could put any raw meat in there. I could put the cheese in, the pepper, the potatoes, the salt, and we can make a good pasta meal. If we could start a fire. Now, we have looted everything on this site, so I would be happy to do that. Let's see if we can start a fire. There's going to be a very low chance. Where is the option? Actually, I might have to do it from inventory. With this. No, it didn't start a fire. That's why I don't like the fire starters. Okay, recipe-wise. We can make the makeshift lighter. That's a guaranteed way to start a fire. It's only 3 turns. But we have got a good amount of parts to do it if I can find the recipe. Yeah, makeshift lighter. We just need a battery, which I think we've got a battery on Barry. So we've got 1 bottle with 38 and 1 bottle with 17. So that's 55 hours divided by 2. So that's a day water for both our people. And then we've got a bit of dirty there. We could actually cook up now as well. So I think I want to pass to next turn before we attempt to do the fire. We've got the lighter now. We can use it for 3 turns. It would mean we're going to have to take the pot and pan over. And then we're going to have to take all the food. Try and get some food sorted so it'll keep us going for a couple of days. So, Sandy, you can actually just start up a normal fire, makeshift lighter, and let's just make it go for 2 turns. Let's have a look at what we can do. Well, we can do the baked bean recipe. I thought we had it. We could put the small meat into there. So that's good. But I think I want to do the pasta one. We have got the ramen recipe as well, where you can put raw meat in that. And you can put the raw meat in pasta as well. Which one would I prefer to do? Okay, let's just cook up some food. So 4 AP for this one, and it's going to give us a 29 satiety meal. Okay, what else have I got? I could do the ramen as well. We haven't got anything. We could do the rice. Cooked rice. It's only 2 AP. Okay, next one. We can't put rice in the baked beans, can we now? Unfortunately, we can't. We could do fried rice. Can we put rice? We can. That was the one I was thinking of. So let's put the rice in with the ramen. We could put the dirty water, but it's going to have a morality, so I'm not going to do that. And we'll put all the salt and pepper we've got in there as well. Just get that out of the way finally. 3 AP. And we also want to do the recipe for clean water. Another 3 AP. Just make sure there's nothing else. We could do the baked beans, but we'll save that for the next batch. Okay, so food-wise, we've done pretty good. We have got 6 ramens at 6.1, and we've got 3 fresh pasta at 9.8, and then we still got some other bits and some later as well. We've still got another quite a lot of water, to be honest. That's fine. We'll just keep a couple of bits of food over here. And the orange, again, we'll just eat the stuff with the lowest condition on first. So I'm happy with that cooking session. We've still got a lighter there with 3. We've got a couple of cigarettes. We'll give the lighter across just in case we want to light those. Getting to 1.3 and 1.5. We're not going to be using that. And we'll put the vitamin drink over here. At least food-wise, we're good. And talking of food-wise, let's get it sorted. So we said we're using the one with the lowest condition, which is that. 6.1 is going to overcap us, so we won't use that yet. And that does give hydration, so we'll wait another turn before we start taking any water. We'll save that for later. We've got a beer still left there for morale if we need it. And then let's do the same for Barry. Use the fresh ramen first, 9.8. And we don't need to do anything else. We're happy there. We've got a good amount of water. So we've got about another day's water. And then we've got water in the food up here as well. Food-wise, we're looking 30, 40, about 25 hours more of food. And we've got about 25 hours on each character. So we've got about 2 days of food on us at the moment. And we've got about probably around the same as water. So that was definitely worth doing. Let's move Sandy out the way. Barry, go and make your coffee. And we still have some food when we do the next cooking cycle with the baked beans. Okay, where are we leaving from? We need to go out this side here. So Barry, you've got the AP, so let's take point. It's safe. Now, did you have your jacket on? No, because I think I got rid of it. You had a waterproof jacket on. And Sandy's got no AP, so let's pass a turn. And I think that's where I'm going to be calling this one. So we've slowly got the run back on track. We've gone from being less than a couple hours away from death, being in situations where we was trying to get rid of diseases because I made errors. But we are starting to make progress. So in the next episode, we will be going up to the library. We're just going to run through the church quickly and probably the electronics store, just to try and get up to the grocery. By that point, 2 days' food would probably be gone, and then we can go and do another food cycle, slowly making our way up. But like I said, I'm pretty confident Terminus is going to be over this side, so we are going to have to make a big route at the very end, going through dangerous zones to try and get to it. We have still got a lot of fuel, so if we do find a car, that is an option still available to us. But yeah, I'm happy to finally get onto site, but I can't believe we started here and we've only really moved about 5 tiles away just because we've had to do a lot of backtracking and looting and whatever else. But runs like these happen. Not every run's a fast run, especially when the conditions I set, which are permadeath, apocalypse, and we've got triple the amount of dangerous zones. It does make the runs a lot more interesting. Unfortunately, it does make it a bit slower sometimes, but that's what you have to take sometimes. But hopefully you've enjoyed it, and thank you very much everybody for watching. I'll see you soon.